Hi, I'm Zach Stewart.
Laura Hotchkiss.
And I'm Daniel Kvoras. On this podcast, we improvise in character as hosts of a morning radio show in a fictional country called the Driftwood Isles.
Everything we say is made up, and none of the events, people, or places are real.
It's that simple. Now enjoy this episode of Good Morning Driftwood.
Good morning, Driftwood. How are you today? You join us once again over here in Radio HQ, the home of the sultry tones. It's me, Penelope MacGuffin, with my co-host, Dirk Wiley.
You're bringing a real smooth energy here. I'm a fan.
Thank you. I'm trying to be more like your voice, but aware that mine is a higher register. Nasally, it's sitting up here somewhere today.
Not nasally, so you're smoothing it out.
I'm trying to drop it down to the Dirk decibels. That's not the word, is it?
Is that what I sound like to you?
No. That's just like I would never imitate your voice. Also, Bench is here.
What do you mean? What do you mean you would never imitate my voice?
Bench, you want to say hi?
Don't drag me into this.
Oh my God.
You two figure this out.
What do you mean you would never imitate my voice? Do you think my voice there's something wrong with my voice? That you would never want to sound like me?
I think your voice is a singular entity, and to imitate it would be to not do it justice.
Mm-hmm. You know,
that was a beautiful thing to say.
Thank you.
I can't
a lot of
be
people,
mad at you.
Thank you.
I'll shake your hand.
A lot of people say that
truce and honor. Thank you. I'm flattered and honored, and I'm suddenly very humbled.
Yeah. I learned the hard way there that because of my microphone stand, I shouldn't shake hands because I bashed it on the way back down.
Yeah, but you say that even out of the studio.
I refuse.
You're just like, up to mic stand.
Mic stand. People just go with it.
Mic stand. People don't understand microphones.
No,
they think they could be anywhere at any time.
Oh, she doesn't want to shake hands. That's okay. She's making up a weird excuse about it. That's fine.
Pity thing, you think?
Yeah. People think I am on mic all the time. Also,
Many hours a day.
See if you ever want to get to the right. Imagine the train station's busy. Imagine this. Put yourself in the position where you're standing on the train platform and it's a busy platform and it looks like a busy train and you're just like, how do I get through this crowd to get on this train?
Oh no.
Do you ever just find yourself shouting, hot mic?
I've never used
as you go through. It confuses people.
No.
Yeah. If you tell people this is a hot mic, they're like, oh no, something's recording.
I need to make the train. Why is everyone here? Is it a holiday?
Where are you going?
Why are they looking at me? I need to see Papa. I need to see Papa for the holiday. There's so many people on this train. I'm out of it. I'm out of it.
No.
Why did you tell me to imagine that? It was scary.
Yeah, I was trying to prove a point.
Why did you tell me to imagine that?
I was trying to prove a point.
That was very alarming, Penelope.
Yes.
You know I have a powerful imagination.
You have such a powerful imagination. I don't know why you didn't try the step I told you, which is shout hot mic and watch the walls disperse.
I was too deep in that imagination land.
We went silent because we were like, he won't hear what we say anyway.
Yeah, there's no point.
You got to pull me out. You got to try and pull me out.
But we tried one time and you hit us.
Mm-hmm.
That can happen. I apologize. I
we
can't be
forgive
responsible. Oh, thank you.
I forgive you. I shouldn't speak for you, Penny.
Oh, I forgave eventually.
Okay,
yeah, but never forget.
You did take the brunt of it.
Honestly, it's the toughness that comes when you're the strongest one of the team. You just have to sometimes be the one to physically restrain the human man.
Which I appreciated. I did appreciate it after I thanked you. After I wailed for a little bit.
Your arms were windmilling.
I did thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think you hit us on purpose. I think your arms were just windmilling aggressively.
I go dead arms.
Yeah.
And then I just work my torso and shake myself in such a way that I fling my arms about.
Yeah.
As though they're just wanton.
I don't want to bring up old business, but it is all the forces coming from your décolletage.
I have a powerful décolletage.
You have a very powerful décolletage.
Yeah. And when I'm in imagination land, I forget that I have Mr. Wilson and the boys to fight for me. True. And so I'm very much within myself and within my body. And so I just shake that body and fling my arms about. Anyway, enough about my various fighting styles.
I was going to say, you're not going to be, this is just from one thing that Dirk's upset to another. It's Headshots Day. Every year, the radio station tells us it's time for new headshots. Obviously, they go on the wall outside. They're used in publicity photos. And we, Bench and I, we don't mind headshot day. Nice day, get dressed up. There's usually a fun theme. Dirk, once again, you are refusing to take part.
It's not my favorite. It's not my favorite day.
I feel like you got those the very first year here. You got your picture taken, and then ever since then, you've just been like, just use that one.
Yeah, you know who I am.
You were 19 years old.
The styling of that headshot is so outdated. It's in black and white. You are clean shaven. You are doing the over the shoulder looking back. It looks outdated.
Everything you just said tells me I nailed it. Why mess with perfection?
It's a great picture.
Yeah.
You just, like it's like when it comes time to renew your passport photo and you realize you look very different to your passport photo because the passage of time.
You think I look different?
Yeah.
To that man in
You've
the photo.
aged.
Yeah.
You've matured.
Like cheese.
Yeah. Like
or
a fine
wine.
cheese.
Why would you use an example of something that smells bad and melts?
Because it tastes good and everyone likes it.
Also, melts is usually a good thing
nice.
with cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good thing with cheese, not with a human face.
But everyone likes it.
You doubled back to that one.
I know, because we
I responded well to it the first time.
I saw that in your eyes, and then we moved past it, and I was like, no, let's just back into this.
It does work. It did work again.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. I'm just not a huge fan of Headshot Day.
You've missed on so many.
I enjoy the safety and security of being behind a microphone. My voice is my face. You were very complimentary towards my voice earlier today. I pride myself on my voice. My voice is my face. I'm happy with the way I look as a human, but my voice is how I want to present myself. That first day, you have no idea how much of a struggle that first day getting myself in front of that camera was. I hated every moment of it.
Yeah, but you've missed so many fun themes.
Yeah.
Like, we had the year where it was Wild West themed.
Oh, that was so much fun.
A hoot, remember? And
you
then,
guys did look really cool in those cowboy hats.
And
yeah,
then,
Bench had a bolo tie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a real big skirt that I really enjoyed.
And a big cowboy hat.
Yeah, we
and
all
a parasol.
like
the
real
horses.
fun.
They brought the horses.
Oh,
Oof.
so fun.
Yeah.
And then obviously we had the Gatsby year where we looked like we were having a little party in the 1930s. Yeah.
20s.
20s, sorry.
20s?
And then we had a...
Oh, was it Great Gatsby? I think 20s. Doesn't matter.
I
don't know.
Been in the Great Depression if it happened.
Don't ask Dirk when the Great Depression is because he thinks it still is now.
Well, in many ways,
people are depressed every day,
ended.
Penelope.
Logically, that makes sense, but you know that's not the meaning of it.
Don't diminish the severity of it by saying it's not great in magnitude. That's the severity of the problem.
I'm just saying, you fully are you understand and are ignoring that the Great Depression is for a period of time, not just all people's depressions.
Because I'm not going to diminish anyone's suffering.
No, I get it. Ever since you became a trustee of the mental health charity, you're really stringent about this. But
self-care.
Yeah. Sometimes you phone me up and you just shout mindfulness down the phone.
Yes.
I think Dirk's version of like therapy speak is very basic.
And just is the words.
Just saying like words that are related to therapy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not even words you learn in therapy, because Dirk has clearly never been to one.
Absolutely not.
But words that
I've got it all figured out.
Yeah.
But other people come to me and they ask for advice. And I tell them. Exactly what they should do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mindfulness. Gratitude.
You know what this year's theme
Affirmation.
is?
I don't.
Words beginning and ending with B. The letter B.
Beginning and ending?
You've got to begin and end.
Oh,
Bench,
single words
you don't
that
have a
end.
silent B at the end of bench.
There isn't. I wish there was. Wait, words beginning in B and ending in B?
Yeah.
Blob.
Blob. Barb.
Blurb.
That's the theme?
Words beginning and
Of
ending
this
with B.
year's
I didn't choose
portraits?
it. The radio station chose it. We're all just following.
Okay. Because blob, barb, and blurb, how that's going to manifest visually for these photos.
Bib.
Could all be wearing bibs.
Doesn't have to be a baby
sidling
bib.
up for a nice lobster dinner in these headshots.
Yeah, I was going to say it doesn't have to be a baby bib, but you also were like lobster dinner. I was thinking like a sports bib to demonstrate which team you were on, you know?
Leslie
like if you were
They
playing...
call them bibs?
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Leslie Bib.
Like the bib
is
that
a
you
person.
Wonderful actress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could
sure you
dress
don't
up
wanna...
as one of the roles of Leslie Bibb.
Bob.
Bob.
That's just a name.
Or a haircut.
So is Bib.
That is a haircut.
Yeah.
Do either of you want a nice bob?
Oh, not me.
No,
Bench would
nothing.
have to.
No, I'm good.
Bench, you could wear one of those Mia from the Pulp Fiction, the character Mia.
That
She has the
I am
black
so
Is that a
black
character's
bob.
name?
I am
Isn't that her name?
Mia
Probably, yeah.
Wallace.
Mia Wallace.
I'm so I know this because we obviously went to see it 2 weeks ago when it finally was released on the island.
A lot of
Yeah.
anticipation for that one.
I was so tired. I only stayed for the pre-screening of Hidden Figures, and then I went home.
It's nuts that you keep doing that because you've seen Hidden Figures show up many times, but your Letterboxd app, your reviews are just Hidden Figures over and over again. Whereas like we've seen other films, you know.
You just have how you felt about Hidden Figures that day.
Yeah.
I don't think that's why they created the app.
Well, you know, why were any of us created if
It's
not
also
to make the
confusing because
best
you
out of what we
keep
have?
updating it. So how
Yeah.
you feel about it changes every time. Every time I go on Letterboxd, I see just your updated Hidden Figures review.
I mean, if it didn't change how I feel about it, then what's the point of going to see it?
Okay. Oh, I'm seeing Matthias in the control room. We've mentioned Hidden Figures too many times, so we have to be enforced and go to a break again. Oh, every time you know that there is a cutoff point, and you dance over that line every time.
We have a limit for Hidden Figures. Use it wisely, okay? Because we always want to talk about Hidden Figures, and when you burn through it so quickly, it takes away our Hidden Figures time, Bench.
You get 8 mentions in a 5-hour show. That's all we're allowed these days.
This should count as one.
No, it's every mention of it. And
You
then
got to use it, the words Hidden Figures carefully.
You two have said them right now so many times.
yeah, we know because
Matthias is freaking out.
he is bashing the glass. Oh, you know what? Let's just go to the break and then we'll reset the counter. I'm not climbing the ladder this time. And there we go. The counter counting how many mentions off the film
Don't say
back. Is back to normal. The ladder is away. We have rewound the clock. It's an actual mechanical clock that we got because this was such a serious thing.
Mechanical means serious. Digital stuff isn't serious.
like those pens.
Sorry?
They got pencils.
Are you talking about Mont Blanc? They don't do
No, I
mechanical
wasn't.
pens. They do very serious, classic, old-fashioned pens
Oh my
because
God.
they are very regal and
No.
refined and noble pens.
No, I'm going to get him off this topic. Dirk, there
Yeah?
was other things you wanted to talk about today, not just the pens.
All right. I would like to circle back to Mont Blanc
No,
later on.
I'm sure you would, but like the beautiful circle drawn by a Mont Blanc pen, we will.
I feel like you're pushing
It's
him
comforting.
back into
We will.
No, it is comforting.
We will.
I'm reassured.
whoosh away for a moment.
I'm reassured by this metaphor because it'll always come back around. Anyway, I do have something I would like to talk about today. Eccentric Driftwood billionaire Balamonte Jones is giving away free miniature ponies at random. Now, some people do appreciate this gift, but many don't because it turns out horses are hard to take care of, even if they're a little bit smaller than normal-sized horses. So Balamonte Jones is just going rogue, and he has a big truck full of miniature ponies, and he's just picking people at random on the street and giving them ponies.
Now, miniature ponies
Yes.
are smaller than how small?
The way you said that there, I genuinely thought you said miniature ponies, which then put the
That's
image in my
rude.
head of the minions from the Despicable Me films as little ponies, and I'm just going to need a moment in that head.
You presumably could
Let's take a
dress up
moment.
one of the miniature ponies in like a little Minions outfit
Little tiny dungarees.
with a little like hat, the little cap.
That's such a good mental image.
Banana.
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 Okay, I've had my moment. You can continue.
All right.
Yeah.
There's not much else to say. American miniature ponies, it's a height breed apparently to be classified as miniature, and it says the American miniature, so I guess the Americans are the one who are policing what makes a miniature pony. But
That's-
34 inches is the height. They must measure no more than 34 inches.
That's very interesting because, as we know, the American measurement system is very different to the Driftwood measurement system.
It's true.
So
yeah.
maybe we double check how miniature these ponies are.
That's true. They
Yeah.
could be miniature by American standards, but
What's
not
miniature
by
in
Driftwood
metrics?
Mhm.
standards. Do you mean centimeters?
Yeah, what's miniature in metric?
In
Yeah.
metric.
But then, can we also then put it into leagues?
Yeah. No,
So
I get it.
this was more for like the international audience that are not American.
Yeah. No, unless it's in leagues, I just don't understand it.
How tall is it in nautical miles?
These are a lot of conversions that I can't do the math on all of them instantaneously.
That's fine. Write them down with your Mont Blanc pen and we'll circle back.
Ooh, that I can do. I'm going to take my time, though, because I really enjoy how it feels.
Take however many knots you need.
However many knots?
Yeah, as many knots as you want.
Sure, our measurement of time.
Yeah. I'm pretty
Technically
sure.
a speed, but
Yeah.
we use it for time as well.
Yeah. It's like a parsec.
Yeah.
What, a miniature? Oh, ponies.
Little guys.
I hope they're like tiny.
Imagine they were like trying to like help an evil.
You're thinking of minions.
Like, yeah, and they were like a mastermind kind of guy, and then they were just like having fun and just in a little basement layer. Well, it's not a basement. If it's a layer, is it like you would call it something? You'd call it a layer rather than a basement. And then they were all just like falling off conveyor belts and getting up to their silly, goofy tricks again.
I've never seen a Minions movie.
Oh, you are missing out. It's because you keep going to see the pre-show film and then
I get so tired.
just not waiting for the next bit.
What was I supposed to be doing?
It's okay.
I
Don't
just
worry.
got distracted from using this pen.
Yeah.
It's a lovely pen.
Yeah. I noticed you've just drawn a tiny portrait of yourself there.
It's nice.
Yeah, I
It's
thought
like
you
my
were...
headshot. Do you see? It's like my headshot.
I don't think they're going to accept that because
I don't know.
they want it for the external marketing as well.
Yeah, they need it for like promos and stuff.
Yeah, they want
Isn't
to...
that sort of more regal to have a painted or a drawn or a sketched?
Sure, but not when
headshot?
you've got two people who really followed the Leslie Bibb theme and then just
Okay.
like a scribbled...
If they knew it
feels
was
like
drawn by a Mont Blanc pen, do you think that would make them accept it?
It becomes really complicated later for the editors to put out. It's like a Who Framed Roger Rabbit style thing that they need to work in, like us as like live action people with your drawing, and it becomes just very difficult to do well. The frame rate is different.
Roger Rabbit situation, and that's what makes it hard.
Yeah, you get it.
Bench
Okay.
only knows this film reference because there's a detective angle to it.
That's your in with Roger Rabbit.
He
That's
saw
my
that
in.
and he went, I bet I could figure this one out.
I see.
I did.
Mhm.
Christopher Lloyd.
You said that as though it like answers.
Have you seen that movie?
No.
Okay, then I won't spoil it for you. But
Well,
I just did.
spoiled.
Christopher Lloyd is Roger Rabbit.
I know that the film is old in terms of like it was made a
Yeah.
while ago, but here,
It came out very recently.
very recent.
But also,
Okay.
do you know the full title? You asked, is Christopher Lloyd Roger Rabbit? Do you know
Yeah.
what is the central question, the what if you will, of that movie? What's the full title?
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
And I
So it's about
answered with a name.
It's about Roger Rabbit getting his headshots done, getting a photo done,
he's
putting it in a
thinking
frame.
framed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
probably what it's about. So Christopher Lloyd plays Roger Rabbit getting his headshots.
Yeah.
I assume that's what that film is about.
I don't think that's such a wild take when you really drill it down. Like you asked Dirk
Yeah.
to analyze a sentence and tell us what you thought, and that
Yeah,
makes a lot of sense. to
genuinely,
me.
like
Thank
what
you.
the movie
I
is
appreciate
actually
that.
about is significantly weirder. One might say that this is a simpler, more direct
Well,
answer to the question.
it
It's
should have come to me.
really interesting because it's like a cartoon world, but there are humans in it. So
Yes.
it's like live action
Ah.
cartoons, but at no point does a minion turn up, which feels
Does it-
like a miss.
Huh. Does it work? The fact that
Yeah.
using the animation and the live action?
I suppose,
Yeah.
like even without
Okay.
the
Hard yes.
minions.
Hard yes.
Hard yes.
Interesting that you
Good
then
movie.
pushed back on me using my sketched drawn headshot.
This was a trap.
It
This was a
integration.
trap. He
I
trapped
set up
you.
a trap
Oh,
right for
With
you,
you
Ben,
that.
and you
the
wandered
world's
right into
greatest
it.
detective just
How
walked into
does
a trap.
that feel?
I will say I
Who's
fully
the
agree with you.
detective
Ooh.
now?
The point I was making,
right in your face.
the point I was
The
making that it is
feel.
what you're asking our editors to do is so difficult that it needs to be the level of one of the best use of animation and
I don't think
live
this is an
action
adequate
ever.
answer. I
No,
think he's
because he was saying conceptually it's such a difficult thing to reconcile the live action and the.
Yeah, it's
You can
hard
try
to
and
do.
save it. You fell into my trap. Admit it.
This is how he gets away with not doing the headshots.
Every year he does this. Every year he does
It's always a different strategy, but it always works.
Remember the time he did like a whole Saw game essentially? Like you thought you'd been kidnapped
I really thought
Yeah.
that like
You
we were
guys
like,
walked
there
into
was
the
like one
studio.
gun in the middle of the studio, and we were both like needed to kill each other.
Yeah.
Mhm. You walked
And-
into the studio and then turned around, and where'd that door go?
Yeah.
You were trapped in the studio.
He spent
And then I played my song, Trapped in the Studio, based on Trapped in the Closet, as you were trying to figure out all of the rhymes and the riddles that I had set up for you.
and you did like 31 parts of it, just like the
Yeah.
original, but we don't mention who did the original because
No,
that's a bad
I
man.
sidestepped the name of who did that.
Yeah.
But I think I have
Now it's known as a Dirk thing.
yeah,
Yeah,
Trapped
Dirk,
in the Studio.
very
I've got
early-
another 31 parts
Yeah.
that I'm waiting to use for
I'll be honest,
I'll keep-
towards the late 20s, I do think the plotline gets a bit convoluted.
did it?
Yeah.
You think it was running out of steam?
I think it was real basic in the first one. The first one was like very clear, precise premise.
Mhm.
And then by like the 31st, there were just so many characters.
That's why I
Yeah.
did another 31 because I think it
Yeah.
really tie it all together.
So many.
I'm like, I need some time to tie this intricate narrative together.
So many.
Yeah,
Yeah. But hey,
Hey,
guess we're doing headshots without him again.
indeed
Guess
you
so.
are. Doubling back to Balamonte Jones, if you had a miniature horse, what would you do with it?
again, I need to know how miniature we're
Under
speaking.
30 foot. I'm just going to use
Again,
my
in nautical
hands.
miles.
I'm nautical miles. I don't understand these measurements. I can't do the conversions. I'm not a math guy. I'm a writing guy. I'm a voice guy and a
He's a
writing
voice
guy.
boy.
I'm a voice boy.
He's not
And
a
when I
face
have a Mont
conversion
Blanc pen in
guy.
my hand, then I am a writing boy as well. My voice comes through. I need a Mont Blanc pen to
How many-
truly narrate my thoughts eloquently enough onto a page.
If you were to stack Mont Blanc pens, pen tip to pen tip, how many Mont Blanc pens?
Are we
is the
talking
horse?
are we talking stacked like a pile of logs, or are we
No, no, no,
talking
no, we're
end to
talking
end, tip
end
to
to end.
tip?
Yeah, like you got welding them together to create a
It
tower.
depends. They make sizes, different sort of sizes. Some of them are short, and you can put them right in like a nice breast pocket of a coat. Some of them are longer and more elegant.
Like
They
like
do
a quill.
all kinds of magic, not like a quill.
What's
Don't
a
be so
long pen?
baroque, Bench.
Bench, you're
Don't be
so
so
baroque.
baroque.
I love being
Mont Blanc
baroque.
is a classic brand updated for a modern society.
I enjoy the early 1700s in terms of culture
And you can find
art.
classic style with the Mont Blanc pens as well, but there's not going to do pens. It's impractical. It's impractical to be so baroque, Bench. I tell you this all the time.
We don't have to have this conversation on air again.
It makes. I was just thinking, like, if I had a miniature horse, I think I would definitely give it like a little pair of goggles.
You're
And
you're really liking this.
What
That-
would you give it to eat?
Good question.
What would I give it to eat?
Yeah.
Whatever it wants.
That's not the answer I was hoping.
Feels unhealthy.
But then, like, I think you're looking at a really narrow view based on a catchphrase instead of that they've like raided vending machines before. Like, I don't think anything's
Again, I've
stopped.
never seen
Miniature
them.
horses have raided vending machines.
This miniature horse would raid a vending machine.
Oh, you're gonna raise a little badass miniature horse,
It's gonna
little
just,
rabble rouser.
but then I'd need multiple of them if they're gonna, get
Little
up to little
gang.
schemes.
You'd want them scheming.
Yeah, a minimum of 3. Because also, if they were to like dress in one trench coat to be one regular sized horse, you'd probably need around 3.
So, for miniature horses to resemble a regular horse,
Yeah.
they would need a trench coat.
That's
Yeah.
the
Are
only
they
way.
okay? Doubling back to the pen thing. Are they stacked one on top of the other, like height wise, or are they
Like logs.
standing one after the other?
Or are they doing like
Like-
the human horse costume where there's one in the front, one in the back?
yeah. Are they one in front of the
Do
other
they
in
have
the
a horse
3-person
costume,
line,
but underneath them there are 2 miniature
or are they
horses?
standing on each other's shoulders?
They're standing on each other's shoulders, but also
That was
hips
not
when
what
you
I was
think about
expecting.
it, because you like it'd be shoulders and hips, wouldn't it? Because I don't know if you've noticed this, horses have 4 legs as opposed to humans.
Don't say
2.
I don't know if you've noticed this. That sounds patronizing.
I just don't know
I've
if you've
noticed.
Yeah,
I
we've
know what a
noticed
horse
horse
looks
limbs.
like.
I just worry because of the basic nature of your question that you've not fully thought this through.
No, this is like a where do the
I'm
pants
really worried.
go?
Yeah.
Like it's that.
You could
You know,
have
where
if
the
they were
pens go on a
if they were
horse.
all standing like one in like a single file line, you could drape the trench coat over them, and then they could still potentially look like a very long horse that was maybe laying down.
But how are they going to talk to the horse that's through the window at the cinema to get into the
I don't know
film?
that full-size horses talk.
True. And now you're picturing this in a cinema. We were not there yet. You had not painted this fully.
Like a Who Framed Roger Rabbit kind of.
Yeah.
Wow.
You have a
real
fully
horses are interacting
with human beings. You have a fully realized world in your own head that you have not brought us into at all.
We're not seeing it.
Okay, first
you need to paint this picture if you're going to like assume this reality and expect us to be on this wavelength.
First of all, you two both need to dream a little bit bigger because like horses don't talk.
Condescending. So patronizing.
You don't know what the size of our drums is.
My imagination is endless. I get trapped in there sometimes.
Dirk's imagination is actively dangerous.
Dirk's imagination is at least 4 knots long.
It's so fast.
Like,
sometimes it's too fast, and it takes me so far so fast, I don't know how to get back.
just thinking, like, it'd be really funny if they did get a banana and they were going to eat the banana. Wouldn't that be great?
The horse ate the banana.
Like, wouldn't that be so fun if they ate the banana?
Are they in the trench? Are they in a trench coat when they're doing this?
Yeah.
So it's just the one on the top that gets the banana.
Maybe they
does he pass them down to his like little friends, like through the buttons, like just like open the coat, and then he like gives a little bit of banana through the
to his belly button.
But I also think maybe he'd have a little Leslie bib on so that he didn't get banana on the coat.
A Leslie bib.
Yeah.
I smell a merchandising opportunity.
Thing.
We need a Leslie bib. A Leslie bib.
It'd be really
put on your miniature horse when you feed the banana.
It'd be really
when they're at the drive-in. Is that what you said?
No, not the drive-in. The horses don't drive. Come on, Dirk.
I don't know this reality that you have accepted so fully and completely into your mindset space.
Real quick, I don't think Leslie bibs are a thing yet.
That's a shame because
we should reach out to her people.
Leslie, get in touch.
Matthias, can you reach out to Leslie Bibbs people? Ask if she likes seafood and or soup. That could be part of our soup restaurant.
It's a real shame that Leslie Bibbs isn't a thing because I could see it being real popular. Like her first breakthrough role in the TV show Popular, Leslie Bibb was in it. I don't know. That was a thing. It was a real thing. She was in a show called Popular. It was in a high school. That's kind of how she made her name of herself.
Is that tied into
Wicked?
The bib thing that we're talking about?
Oh no, the horsies. The horsies have never seen the TV show Popular. Don't be ridiculous.
I don't know what these horses seem to have a frame of reference and knowledge that you understand that I do not.
Horses are cinephiles.
So they watch films and they know film history, but they don't know television.
Can I just say
that's pretty high, like elitist of these horses.
Ever since Penny started on this, let's call it tangent, she has had like 1,000 knot stare and not made eye contact with.
She's been looking between us the entire time, but has just been locked in. Yeah,
like 1,000
knot stare.
miles.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just can, you get a vision and you just go live in it.
And you're living in that world right now.
Indeed.
Is there? Are you like drunk in that world right now? Because you said that real wobbly.
I was trying to say. I was trying to combine the neigh of a horse and the word indeed to see if I could do it. And as it came out my mouth, I went, I don't think I've done it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I bet you could.
kind
I bet
of bailed on it halfway then.
Yeah, someone could do it.
Someone could. Maybe the person who's living in that world should be the one to attempt it.
Wow, that feels like a real way to like pass over just like pass on to someone else.
I don't understand the reality that you're living in, which this horse world.
It's almost like it's really hard to make your imaginary sort of drawn out world interact with real live action world that we live in right now.
Take it to the break. Right? Take it to the break. No, take it to the break. No. Honestly, I feel like I'm just going to have to like reset every clock in this place because we've just maxed out the number of mentions of certain films today.
I don't know why Matthias instilled those rules. He's got a lot of rules as a producer.
There are 10 different clocks and we haven't even started on what the other 8 are about.
I think a big problem is that they are all just like analog clocks and not like timers or countdowns. So it makes it really confusing.
Yeah, but he knows that you're going to speak about a certain film at least once a second. So it kind of makes sense. It makes,
anticipatory.
like it can exist as a clock.
Can set your clock to how often Bench will mention.
Yeah.
I didn't bring up, I just want to say, the yellow one.
Excuse me?
Minions.
Okay.
Oh, no, that's not one of them, though.
Yeah.
It should be.
We're
It's a free
like,
game.
yeah, that's
We're
free,
abusing our Minions privileges right now. Maybe tomorrow we'll show up and there'll be a Minions clock.
Yeah,
I
you
feel
never
like
know.
it might be. I
never
can see
know.
him winding up something.
Matthias is just stewing in there.
Yeah.
He has
His brow is real low.
And
He's got his arms crossed and he's just shaking his head.
Bench,
Oh,
I am
such a curmudgeon, Matthias.
Bench. I'm willing to pass over the show to you just now, but only if you promise that none of those clocks are going to rise.
I will do my best.
Okay, that's
Not a commitment. That's
Not really
a solid
reassuring.
commitment.
No, but yeah.
I can tell you the brief that I have does not. Let me
The
just
brief?
double check. Yeah. No, there's nothing specifically about a film.
Are you a creative agency and someone you're just going to read a brief out loud that you've been sent by a client?
No, this is just the news brief.
It sounded like you were like an interior designer who got sent like a design challenge in the form of a brief from a client.
That
Really
I
throwing
feel
out
like
lingo
that's
there.
more about you than it is about me.
Sounds like you got handed a briefcase, but you forgot the word briefcase. And so you just said, it's
Sounds
my
like
brief.
that one. It sounds like the briefcase one. That's where my mind went.
Sounds like you were handed a bunch of underwears and you were like, I don't really know what these are called. Maybe they're called briefs.
What else?
But there was a
Penelope
singular
is
one.
like,
A
is this your
singular
stand-up
one.
set?
Yeah.
You're like really riffing here.
It's not my, it's
You
not,
also
Dirk,
you also
Dirk.
started holding the microphone
Let her cook.
in a real
Let her cook.
schmoozy.
it's not part of my type 5 yet. I'm workshopping it.
Do it right now.
No, I said I'd give the show to you. I'll give the show to you for a minute.
Reluctantly.
Okay.
Well, this brief that I got is from the police.
Ooh.
You're happy now?
He just is staring daggers at Penny.
This is
I
serious.
don't know if I call it a brief.
What would you call that then?
A fun little note.
Ooh,
It's not fun.
shots
scribble.
fired at the Driftwood PD.
A little scribble.
Oh,
Take it up with the cops. So the Driftwood PD have put up a public service announcement asking the public to help them find this duck. That's what they're saying. The DWPD have given very little information as to whether this duck is a criminal or a victim or simple duck. But they have provided a picture and said, quote, please don't anyone know, tell the chief about this. Oi, you were going to be in so much trouble. Now they have, this is real, handed me an actual drawing of this duck, and I fully forgot it at home. But I realized that I took a picture of it before coming here, so I do have
so
this
you have a
picture.
photo of the duck that they're trying to find?
I have a picture of the artist's illustration of the duck
Okay.
that they have asked us to spread to the public, and this is what it looks like.
Okay.
I've seen that.
It's quite a crude drawing.
I've seen that
Can
dog.
show to the viewers a little bit, maybe. Maybe not.
Right in front of your face there.
Right in front of my face.
There you
Right
go.
here.
Oh, human duck.
Well,
The duck's got a human body. Oh, no, it's just Bench.
no, it's just me. So this duck is
Dark
missing.
looked at me
It's a
there
very-
as if it just didn't make sense, but I feel like it made sense.
I should
Put it
also,
back in front of your face for a minute. Ah, human duck. It's a human, but with a duck face.
Also, we are a radio station. I should describe this image.
Also, whilst
to
you're
our
describing, can you describe the face Dirk just made at me?
listener. Befuddled and disappointed
Yeah.
and mildly expecting better
Yeah.
from you.
I feel bad.
You should. It looks like a crayon drawing of
It's
a
very
duck.
crude.
It is very crude. It
But not
is-
in like a, that duck's been like pointing, giving the finger or that. Not crude like that. Just crude as in basic drawing. Stop it. I'm explaining
Dirk
for
is
the
once
listeners.
again giving the
Ugh.
disappointed kind of paternal figure of being
You're
like,
not-
why are you embarrassing me
Yeah,
in
you're
this
not my real
Arby's?
dad, okay?
You were just so condescending earlier today that I feel the need to
It's taken down
take
notch.
the power
Yeah.
back.
Good luck. There was a vacuum and I am in it now.
This whole show is a constant struggle for status.
This show is a power vacuum.
It's just a consistent power vacuum.
This show is a perpetual power vacuum.
No, that's of course separate from our other monthly show called the Power Vacuum Hour, where we all take a shot of vacuum.
Can you say it so that it rhymes?
Power Vacuum Hour?
Yeah, Power Vacuum Hour.
Power Hour.
The Power Vacuum Hour.
Power Vacuum Hour. No, you say it.
Yeah.
Power Vacuum Hour.
There we go.
Cool. So this duck.
Tell us about this duck.
That's
Talk
all we
about
know.
condescending.
We don't. So we,
Cool.
I think we're done here. I think we're done.
So the Driftwood Police Department is looking for a duck. We don't know why. We don't know what the duck has done.
Again, I'll read the quote that they sent with this image. They said, "Please don't anyone know. Tell the chief about this. Oi, we're going to be in so much trouble."
Sounds real panicked.
Yeah.
The writing of it.
How do you spell oi?
There's
Good
one.
question. Good question.
O-O-O-O-O-Y.
That sounded like you were reading the lyrics to a pop song there.
O-O-O-O-O-Y.
Yeah, that was my only thought on that.
Cool.
It's a good thought.
Condescending.
Now Bench is attacking the power vacuum to try to take over authority.
Here's the thing. I see it. I call it out. I maintain my place as Queen Bee.
That's true.
Yeah.
When you call out the attempts to take control of the power vacuum,
And Penny,
you kind of reassert your own authority
She's
over
so
the power
elongated and
Slender.
and elegant
Thank
and
you.
green.
Mm-hmm. Much like a queen bee.
Like a queen bee.
Yeah.
So should we be concerned about this duck?
Probably.
Good question. Should we be worried about the duck? And if we see the duck, should we attack the duck, defend ourselves, run away? What should we do if we do see the duck?
Contact the police is what they said. They
And
said,
follow it?
Oh, that's such a basic answer, isn't it? Like,
It is.
It's just
No
such
one
a, like,
wants to contact the police. People want to take things. We are a country of vigilantes.
It's true.
We are a country built on piracy and vigilantism, and we want to take things into our own hands.
A lot of people are saying
what do
that
we
it's
do
kind
about
of-
this duck?
It's kind of inherently contradictory that we have a police department. Penny, are you trying to
That's a
rock,
good
paper,
point.
scissors?
What are you doing, Penny?
here?
Penny
Penny
has
just-
her one hand open palm,
palm.
fist like palm up,
Just open
upward turned, and has another fist that she's pounding into her open hand.
I was worried that we would
Upturned.
need the noise to sync it up in the mix.
To sync up what?
The sound and the vision.
You thought we would need what? Why do we need to sync it up? Sync it up to what?
All the mics.
All the
need to be
mics.
synced up.
So you need
So
to do
that's
that when you
as a
record.
clapper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you're recording?
Yeah.
That's not
'Cause
how
we-
any of that
we should
works.
do
We
this
should
now.
have done
We should
that
do this now.
beforehand. Yeah.
So you just had that thought in the middle of our
Well,
conversation.
like 50 minutes in or something like that.
We're about 39 minutes into
Yeah.
this particular segment.
Yeah, we maybe should have, like, I don't know.
It's also not.
Oh, I won!
She's got the power
Rock,
now.
rock.
You know,
bet
she was
scissors.
just putting the fist. She was just doing the fist bench.
should
Why
have
did
known
you
better.
throw scissors?
I don't know. I thought I was going to throw for a
Bench suddenly tried to, in a wild attempt to seize the power vacuum. He just,
Let's do it again.
he
Let's do it
just,
again.
he
Let's do it
just
again.
thought Penny was doing a rock paper scissors.
Yeah, okay, you can't do that.
That was pretty reactive that time. That time, Bench threw paper. Again, knowing that Penny was just throwing rock, and Penny saw the paper and very slowly opened her hand.
Hey, Dirk, you love paper because you know what you do with the paper? You write on it with a Mont Blanc.
Penny wins. Paper wins.
You know what you can do with a rock?
Penny wins.
You know what is made of
I
rocks?
don't care what.
A mountain in the Swiss Alps.
I
The
love the
Mont
Mont
Blanc.
Blanc pens more than I love the mountain itself.
What do you think the pen would think of that?
And
The pen,
another...
I honor the origins of things, but it's its final form that I think is the most noble. And the final form is the Mont Blanc pen.
Isn't it wonderful to just once again be on top, be the power
Top of the mountain.
in the vacuum, top of the
Top
Mont
of-
Blanc.
top of Mont Blanc.
mountain, to just once again be over here with the high status, with the The high earned status, earned through games of skill, earned through visuals, described through words in a radio medium, and earned by secretly being the duck the police are hunting all along. Ooh,
Penelope!
Cliffhanger!
Good Morning Driftwood is executive produced and hosted by Zach Stewart, Laura Hotchkiss, and Daniel Kvoras. Engineered and produced by Zach Stewart. Music by Daniel Kvoras.